First thing I want to ask you, Jeff,
Yes.
I get a lot of questions from a lot of people who want to do events like this. And one thing that I always get is, how do you start to build your group, build your community? How did you start way back when? Because you've been doing this for 11 years now.
So I started in 2013, first event in Framingham. And the biggest tip in the world I can tell everyone is consistency. You have to run events on a regular basis. If you run events like 1 month and you skip 6 months and you do an event, you have to have consistency. Because what happens is people start referring others to the event, the next event, and so it's always about the next event.
So before the first event, did you build up the original cast of characters, for lack of a better term, on LinkedIn or Meetup at the time? Or how did you get your first batch where you're like, okay, now I got so-and-so, I got X many people I can actually invite to the first one who might actually show?
So in 2013, it was a combination of LinkedIn and Meetup. I used Meetup a lot more back then, but I also I want to say testament to Dan Edmonds, because he was my mentor back in 2013.
He was mine too. He was mine too.
He ran those events in Foxborough, and I'm going to be honest with you, that's where I started getting my supporting cast and members to my group, was through New England Networkers and Dan. And then Dan moved to Florida, and he's continued to coach me. My first few years of my events. And then, I built something up, and here we are 11 years later.
I would tell people that, if you get a chance, find Mass Professional Networking online. You do a Google search, you will find them. Tell us a little bit about the next event, when it is.
So we have two events coming up in May. For you people in the suburbs, in Framingham, on May 7th, we'll be at Margarita's, and we already got a good chunk of people registered for that. I think around 75, 80 people registered already. And then, of course, we're in Boston. We're in Boston every month. We have to be. This is where it's at. We're at Rose Bar in the Copley Square Hotel on May 21st.